afternoon, everyone, or still good morning. I'm Nick with the South Bay Historical Railway Society, and we're having our biannual open house right now. We're open from 10 to 4 today, and 10 to 4 tomorrow. Why don't you come out and see us? We're in the old Santa Clara County Caltrain station. Yeah, come out, see the trains, and see our store, and have some fun.
Yeah, tell you what, why don't we do this? You're going to have a talking head here for a minute. Here's some of the stuff you can see while you're here. Check this out. We have an HO scale layout. That's an N scale layout over here. And our sort of newly installed logging branch of the N scale layout is over here. Let's just try to go around and catch some of the cool stuff going on here.
So all the kids are like running around with like quarters to try to put them in, to have them all go at the same time.
You can meet these guys. You want to show the layout here. Sorry for the shaky camera work. I was talked into going live with my phone. It's totally unplanned. But this will give you an idea of the HO scale layout. Oh, look, here comes the Zephyr. We have a video on the channel that's this layout basically in its entirety. Here's a train. We're going to continue walking around. Maybe we'll just follow this train around. This area of the layout is representing a city or a town in California called San Miguel. And we're going to go around the corner here and take a look at some of the other stuff on the other side. Oh.
We're coming up.
Again, this is an impromptu live stream from the South Bay Historical Railroad Society in Santa Clara. So I'm just handheld with my phone here, doing the best I can, trying to avoid people and show you the cool stuff on the layout. We're looking at the HO scale layout right now. This little mine scene is on the branch line, and it's hard for me to see the comments that are happening. So if I don't respond to comments, that's why. Live comments, that is. So we're going to go around some people here. This scene represents Cahill Street Station. I say Cahill Street Station because that's what it was called in the 1950s. And that's when this era is supposed to exist, in the 50s. Now this is called Diridon Station, and it's in downtown San Jose. It's actually a pretty close facsimile of the real thing. You can see there's a passenger train here, presumably loading at the station. There's the Zephyr we saw earlier. That's the Burlington Zephyr.
Where's he going?
Oh, it looks like they stopped. Or they're gonna stop. Yeah.
Stop at the station.
That weird contraption right here is actually a camera car. And if I think of it, when we go back out to the museum part of the room, I'll show you they're actually streaming the view from that camera car out to a TV that's in the main room.
Oh, sorry.
They actually offered, when we were at the building, waiting for our chiropractor, they offered to let him in. They were like, it's okay. We just didn't want to do it. Oh, he did get it. And he was like,
Anyway, hopefully this video is giving you a good idea of the size of the HO scale layout. It's basically this big peninsula. I'll show you when we get over here. It's basically this huge peninsula. Behind the sky backdrop over there is where we started the video. And there's all kinds of really cool railroad artifacts and relics and stuff here. We have a train order signal here. You can see there's a searchlight down there that actually changes. It's yellow right now. I'm just gonna wait until it changes to another color so you can see it's a working searchlight. It's pretty cool. Now it's green, right? Switch stands and lanterns over here, a ton of them. If you look all around the walls, there's all kinds of signs like that. Spence, I'm not sure where Spence was, but that's the layout room. We're gonna go around the N scale layout real quick, just so you can see what's here. I'll lift up the camera so you can see the entire N scale layout. You can also see a layout tour of this video on the channel. I mean, a layout tour of this layout on the channel. But there's really a lot to look at.
It's more easy to drink. Not like a real Jamba Juice.
Yeah, they put a lot of stuff.
Put a lot of stuff. It's more smooth. Yeah, be putting your hands on it.
They actually do have several trains running on the N-scale layout right now. They just don't happen to be in front of where the camera is. You can see one running back on the back, along the back wall there. You can also see one running along the lower deck on the back of the wall there. That's coming off the newly installed, that means within the past year or so, logging branch that I started to show a minute ago, but there were too many people in the way.
Oh, that's where it's making the noise.
This is the logging branch I was mentioning a while ago. As you can see, oh, it looks like it's all been clear cut already. Where are all the stumps, Bob? So it's still under construction, obviously,
We're still
but
working.
all of the, or most of the track for this entire branch was donated by Atlas. Thank you, Atlas. Here we have the lumber mill. This presumably would be the town where all the workers from the lumber mill work. And then if you look down here, you can see this is where the branch goes. And this is the track I'm talking about that was donated from Atlas. It's a really long run. It's a really long run that comes all the way down this back wall. It's got to be at least 50 or 60 feet. And back to a Y where it ties into the rest of the layout. And this is what it looks like from the backside. Sorry, Mike, you don't have to move. I'm just... All right. Thanks, Peter.
A train down here.
Oh, look. A DDA40X. How about that? And then behind the N-scale layout is all this stuff underneath. This is under all the mountain scenery, right? But there's a whole bunch of track here, and there's an extra yard underneath. So there's quite a bit there. Here, can I squeak past you guys?
Yep. You see him going out?
Okay, so that's the layout room. And this is what we call the company store. This is the museum room, and it's called the museum room because it has a whole lot more artifacts in it. If you look up on the walls, just everywhere you look in this room, you'll see stuff. And this is the company store. It's all kinds of memorabilia, train cars, model stuff, books, videos, just a ton of stuff. Some of the books that are available here today. What we'll do is we'll just go around the table here and you can see scenery stuff. detail parts, models, structure kits, all different scales. There's a lot of stuff to look at. If you are interested in supporting SBHRS on eBay, this is their eBay store, trainguys_Santa Clara. There's always a lot of great stuff posted to that. There's some toy train stuff over here. More cases full of stuff, memorabilia stuff. Here's some of the kits I was talking about and scenery stuff. Different scales. Here's some kits that are already built. This would be a really great way to populate your layout if you could find stuff that you need and kits that are built. Cool stuff. And if you'll notice, all these kits are on top of display cases that have more artifacts in them. Also, if you look, you'll see things like this electric flagman. And there's another one over here. These work, by the way. That wigwag up there works. This one works. From time to time, they'll turn those on. They have to have the bells muted so it doesn't make people deaf. But check this out. Need N-scale stuff? There's a ton of N-scale stuff here. If you like Marklin, look at this. There's a Marklin train set. It's actually 2 train sets in one kit that would normally go for probably around $500 or $600. Look how much they want for it. $250 for that. It's probably a ridiculous bargain. But if you look over here, there's even more N-scale stuff. There's a box here full of containers, shipping containers, right? The prices on these alone are worth coming. If you ever wanted to practice your weathering skills, you could look for a box like this somewhere. These are only $3 a piece, and right? Looks like it could be just junk, right? Well, guess what? If you're learning how to weather, this is the stuff you want to practice on. Some of these are already weathered, but you could buy a whole bunch of stuff unweathered and then practice on it. For $3 a piece, that's not bad. We have some locomotives over here. They're all listed, their condition. I mentioned earlier about how they're piping the video in from that camera car. This is it. That's actually live. That's actually live from the layout room. And this is the camera car that's sitting in front of that station that we were looking at. Remember the Western Pacific passenger train was also sitting there? So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go down to the library and see what that looks like. Oh, here's something else that's going on. You come down here and get some delicious food. Hi, John.
Hello, John.
We're doing a live. Nick said I should do a live video, so I'm doing a live video. Would you like to tell people what they can order here for lunch today?
They order their
Delicious donuts. We've never met a donut we didn't like.
but more importantly, the hot dogs and chili dogs and what else we have?
What about that famous pulled pork? Here's Rick. He's a legend around here.
Sauerkraut,
Yeah?
chili, goodies,
Chili and goodies, chips.
chips,
We got free candy for the kids.
but we have bananas and apples for the health
Actually, we do have free candy for the kids. It's in that bag right there.
Oh, it is.
Look at all this candy.
We didn't even know that.
Yeah, hurry up and get the kids down here. Look at all that candy. It looks like suspiciously like leftover Halloween candy. Suspiciously.
Only suspicious.
Yeah.
From which year?
No, that's fresh. Mike just brought that in this morning. Yeah. So, even just coming down for that's worthwhile. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. John. And we're going to head down this direction toward the library next. Before we do that, because there's a traffic jam now, let me just take a step back into the corner of this room and give you kind of a pan of the whole thing to give you an idea of how big this room is and how much stuff is in it, including the general store. And I have a little spoiler alert for you. There's going to be, in February, the SIG meet is happening here. That's the LD SIG annual meet. And we're going to be doing something live from here. Anyway, let's go down here and I'll show you what the library looks like. We're going to have to just look in from the outside, from the hallway. Maybe we won't. Looks like they're moving along. So let's see what's here. Oh, a top secret video producer is here.
Yep, that's
Want to talk about why people should come down to the open house?
because there's a lot of great deals on train stuff. I've
Yeah.
seen people carrying out big bags and just tons of stuff. So a lot of great deals.
Yeah.
And you can sit and watch trains out on the deck. You can look at the new car that's been refurbished. You can buy some food and have some snacks. You can come visit the library here.
Yeah. The library is one of the most impressive things here.
So
Look-
non-members can visit.
Here, let's get the official word on this.
Yeah, non-members can visit and sit here and look at a book or whatever, but if you want to check out a book or materials, you need to be a member here at SBHRS. So.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cool stuff here.
Okay, let's take a look at all these amazing books. Check this out. This is just one side, okay? The side behind the camera is a lot like this. And I want to point one out. I was in here a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, and it just popped out at me. Check this out. They even have very hard to find books here, including Jack Burgess's Trains to Yosemite. You can't even find that anymore. It's been out of print for years, but they have it here if you want to take a look at it. Here's the other side. And they also have photo collections, videos. This is a book that was written by Matthew Vurek. And I mention that because he's a member of the, what's the word for that? The NRHS, Central Coast Club, that meets here monthly. So let's go down to what we call the waiting room. Before we do that, I just want to tell our top secret producer something. Nick said I should go live.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I've been live for like the past 24 minutes.
Come on down. Check out the open house.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Come over
Meet
for-
up with people. Bring a friend.
She says meet up with people and bring a friend.
Yep.
Anything else before I go?
No, just come on down.
All right. Now we're going to go look at the waiting room. This is where you come into the open house. Maybe I should have started here, but I didn't really know that I was going to be doing this until Nick suggested to do it. I think we must have a dead spot.
I thought there was a Wi-Fi unit down here, or it's at it's in the library.
Yeah, maybe I should stand back here and get a better signal.
Back there, see if it connects.
It seems like it's connected, so let's try it.
Do it from there. Yeah, so we have our semi-annual train and open house show. As you come into the front door here, it's $5 per adult. Kids are free. And we can go into the library and check out the library. We have over 3,000 titles in the library. And then you go up to the company store up there, and there's all kinds of little items for sale. And then from the company store, just go on into the train room, and we got an HO and N-gauge running. And then from there, you can go out to the rail car and take a tour of the old rail car we have out there. And then later on in the morning or about noon, the tower opens up. You can go up to the tower and see the old tower.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We have a train fan coming in here too.
Yeah, we have someone coming in, so I'm going to get out of the way. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to see if I can show you the rail car that they mentioned a minute ago. It's out this direction. Oh, look. Someone turned on the wigwag. Oh, someone turned off the wigwag. That's okay. So I didn't mention, if you've been here, you know this, but I'll mention it now, that this is in an old Southern Pacific depot in Santa Clara, California. If you search for the Santa Clara Caltrain station or Santa Clara Depot on Google, you will find this location. And it looks to me like the door is open down here, so we can probably duck under the little gate, and I'll show you the car that's under restoration. Okay, so here we go. Well, I don't know how well the signal is going to work out here, but we'll try this. Hi, Lloyd.
Hi. How you doing?
We're live on YouTube. Yeah. Would you like to tell people on YouTube what this car is all about?
The car's a car built by Pullman Company in 1912, and it was owned by the Oregon-Washington Terminal Railroad, and they decided to convert it from a cafeteria car to a business car in 1922, and our process has been to refurbish it back to similar to what it would have been like in 1922. And so we've refurbished the majority of the car now. We've got most of the woodwork done. We have some of the facilities installed, and we're slowly trying to get it finished. By April, we should be 100% done with the refurbishing.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was moving along that quickly.
Yeah, when you walk through, you'll see how far we are.
Cool. Well, let's take.
You'll notice nearly every room is pretty much done.
Cool. Well, let's take a look around here, just at this parlor area. You can see the stained glass is all installed. It looks great, by the way. Is the carpet in here original too, or is that?
It's like the original would have been.
So it's a similar.
We actually, when we received the car, we received the carpet with the car. It had been purchased by the previous owner, and we just put it in a couple of weeks ago after all the other work was done. We didn't want carpet down there while we were doing woodworking.
Right. I know there's something special about this couch you're sitting on too.
Yeah, it's
This was sitting
by Pullman, along with the 3 chairs that are in the room are Pullman. That all of them have been reupholstered, but the original chairs were actually manufactured by the Pullman company.
Right. Very cool. So you can see just a quick look at the chairs real quick. Let's walk down the hallway and see what we find. Thanks, Lloyd.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Hi. Yeah, this is the real car. So 1912.
Hold on a second, guys. This is not toys for children to be touching and playing with. Please get a hold of it. Get in. Yeah, I need to go this way.
Yeah, okay.
You can see it is like a bunk room here. The last time I was in here, all this stuff was not finished. They've really done a lot of work. There's another Looks like some kind of a bunk room. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, we actually did a live show out of this room right here once. That was really interesting. That was one of the shows where Robin Gilstrom was showing off some of his modeling. That's the guy who did the McKean car that we featured on the channel recently. Look, there's another room with a bed in it. And look, I should say, pretty cool. Look what's right here. Pretty cool. This is the Caltrain station for Santa Clara. And this is a great place to watch trains. And it's a good day for it too. It's nice out. It's not too hot, not too cold, just nice. So I think I've showed you pretty much everything I want to show you on this impromptu video. Again, it's not probably up to the same standard we're used to here, but I was talked into going live impromptu. Didn't see how it would hurt, and hopefully give you guys something fun to watch. If you're interested, you're welcome to look at the TSG Multimedia podcast that came out this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That published a little while ago. And that'll do it for the SBHRS open house live from Santa Clara. Hope to see you all soon.